So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Vishnu Dutt, and today we are talking an interesting topic. We are talking about job security in the AI world. Believe me, from last 2 to 3 months, I have been getting this question every day. Vishnu, don't you think that AI is actually changing our world? And in so many different ways. AI is taking the jobs. We are seeing a lot of news of layoffs. Recently, Oracle happened. You all know about it, right? And the question is that how we can be prepared for it. And believe me, this is one of the hardest question I have ever got because I really don't have answer. I really didn't have answer for that, and that's why I actually took interviews of many people. Right. So just give me your 45 minutes, and I will be making sure that you will get something great out of this webinar. I just need your 45 to 50 minutes only. And definitely you can ask a question at the end. If you want to ask question in the middle also, just raise your hand, type in chat. I will be more than happy to answer it, right? But once again, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for giving your Sunday morning time. I know this is busiest time for IT individuals like us, right? But I will make sure that this 1 hour is not wasted. In this 1 hour you will get something really important. So let's talk about our characters. If you know me, that then you know this thing that Vishnu always teaches with the character, and we have two different characters today. Also, we have Mr. Rahul, you can see here, right, with the confused face, and we have Anjali here. She is pretty calm. She is looking calm, right? And they are talking. If I give a little introduction about them, they are almost having experience of 10 years in IT field, just like us. Means some of us, we are having experience of 2 years, 3 years, 15 years, 20 years, doesn't matter, right? But let's talk about them. They are from the IT field. They are having experience of around 10 years. And believe me, guys, they are very good in their work. So let's talk about Mr. Rahul. Rahul is a network engineer, right? He could be any engineer, but I'm talking about a network engineer here, right? And he's really good in his work. He creates network, he manages them, he maintains them, right? And if we talk about Anjali, she is a project manager. She could be anything, but in this story, she is a project manager, right? She is again very uh, fantastic in his work, in her work. She manages and maintains project. You give her any project, and this is the responsibility of Anjali, that she is going to execute it, right? She is going to deliver the project deliverables on time. So overall, these two guys are IT people. But if you see closely, Mr. Rahul face is a little bit confused, right? I would like to tell you what is happening, or what is the conversation going on between them in maybe Saturday evening, right? And if you talk about the conversation, Rahul is worried. Rahul is saying, Anjali, I have been worried for almost 1 to 2 months, and I am having sleepless nights, right? And then Anjali asked, what is the problem? And Rahul said, and by the way, they are good friends, right? So Rahul said that whenever I open my LinkedIn page, right, whenever I open whenever go to any social media, I see the news of layoffs, right, everywhere. I see AI is coming. I see that people are having fear of their job. If you consider the recent example of Oracle, they have almost fired 12,000 employees from India, and it's almost 40% of their workforce, right? And it was brutal. Means people got mail around 6 a.m. in the morning, and I could see more than 80 people here. So thank you so much, guys, for giving your time. So if you talk about the conversation, again back to the conversation, Rahul is saying the layoffs are there, and people got email around 6 a.m. And sometime I'm so worried that I wake up early, early in the morning, and I check my email that whether I got something like that or the similar kind, right? I'm not saying Rahul is a worker who doesn't understand his work. He is expert. He knows how to design the network. Anjali knows how to deal with the project management. They are kind of extraordinary in their performance, right? But this is the problem which Rahul is going on right now. Rahul is saying, I have been in this industry for almost 10 years. And believe me, Anjali, I have never ever seen this thing, right? What your views on that? Anjali just replied that, yeah, I understand. And then Rahul said, just two words. You don't have any fear. You look so calm. What is the reason? right? What is the secret behind that? And Anjali said, if you had asked me this question almost 6 months back, believe me, I was exactly in your position, but I did something different. I talked to people. I really did interviews of many industry leaders, right? I talked to my parents, I talked to my grandparents, right? Who have been through this situation in their life. And I just finished almost 3 to 4 books. And believe me, Rahul, it was really interesting. And Rahul is saying, would you like to share those insights with me? And Anjali is saying, of course I can. But whatever I have learned over 5 or 6 months, I cannot just explain you in 5 minutes, right? So if you are ready to devote your 45 minutes, I'm ready to share what actually I learned over this 5 months, right? The first thing I learned is that you have a fear of something which you do not know, which you do not have any idea about how it is working. But if you read about it, if you go a little bit deeper into it, believe me, that fear is a bit less, right? So if you give me your 45 minutes, if you don't check your phone for another layer of news, right, I can definitely share what I learned over the last 6 months, right? And I'm 100% sure, I'm promising you that you will sleep better tonight, right? Because you will be having little less fear because you know what is coming for you. You can be prepared for it. And I'll just say, yes, of course, I can definitely give 45 minutes to you. So guys, I am asking your 45 minutes also, right? So this is the conversation going on. And Anjali said, if you are ready for the next 45 minutes, I would like to take you back in time. And that back in time is not in your childhood. That is exactly 260 years back from now. I'm talking about 1760. Right now we are in 2026. I want to talk about something that happened in 200 in 1760 or 260 years back from now, right? And we are going back in time and we are going further in distance. I'm talking about England. England, how England looked like in 1760. Believe me, guys, this story is going to change the way you think about yourself, the way you think about AI, the way you think about uh, the current job loss, right? And I agree with you that Vishnu, you can't say that we go back in history to see the future, but we definitely learn it. Believe me. So let's go and see what Anjali has to say. So sorry for this. Just wait a minute, guys. Okay, let me move to the new board. And here we are. So Anjali is talking about 1760 in England. There is a village, right? And in this village, there was a person living. The person name is irrelevant to the story, but we will give some name because we love stories. So suppose this guy name is Thompson, right? He has a beautiful house in the village. He has a wife and 2 kids. They are living happily. And if you're wondering what is the source of their livelihood at that point of time, you are thinking in right direction, right? You can see the village is huge, their house is beautiful, right? But what is the source of their livelihood? If we talk about Mr. Thompson is a very skilled person, just like you guys are, just like I am. I'm a network engineer. You are network engineer from project management. Some of you are testers. Some of you are doing some different wonderful things. And I'm 100% sure that you are awake at Sunday morning and to just attend this webinar, right? You are really good in your work and you are thinking what is going to happen when AI comes. So if I talk about Mr. Thompson, he is very, very good in his work. He is a skillful person, but what skill does he have, right? If we talk about the skill of Mr. Thompson, he is actually a weaver. What is the meaning of a weaver? A weaver is somebody who take threads as an input or who takes a thread as a raw material, maybe thread, maybe wool, maybe cotton, and creates beautiful clothes, right? The high quality clothes. And believe me, if we talk about 260 years back, this is the major industry we had in England, in India, around the world. And this guy is very skillful in creating clothes, right? But if I talk about how exactly he used to work, right? So Let me take you inside his house, and I would like to show one room inside his house where he has something very, very interesting. Okay, so let's move to one of his room. So if we talk about Mr. Thompson has this room, and inside this room, he is actually having a manual, not automatic, but kind of a manual machine. This machine is known as hand loom, right? It is not it is not work with respect to power. It doesn't take any power, but actually it is dependent on manual labor of Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson uses his hands and legs to operate this machine, right? But the important thing is, if you give Mr. Thompson wool, he is going to create beautiful clothes out of it. He is having the skill how basically this thread, how much tension is going to be in the thread, what pattern he is going to build, and how he's going to build those patterns, right? This profession was his pride. Is his pride if you talk about in the means if you talk about in 1760, right? This profession actually was his identity. Why? Because everybody in this village known that Mr. Thompson is very good in creating clothes. It is not the fact that only Mr. Thompson was there who was creating the clothes on this handloom. There were many other houses because as I mentioned, right? As I mentioned, clothing industry was one of the biggest industry at that time, just like we have IT. If you talk about Bangalore, maybe out of 10 homes, you will find 4 or 5 IT engineers or maybe more than that, right? This is exactly what's happening in this beautiful village inside England. I could have taken the example of India also because something same happened in Dhaka. And if you are saying Vishnu, Dhaka is not part of India. I'm talking about 260 years back. Dhaka was part of India, and there were so many weavers at that point of time who were doing the same business. And if you have heard about a cloth called Malmal, it was made by Bangladeshis. That was made by people in Dhaka. But leave about that. What is the point here? I'm just saying Mr. Thompson is a skillful worker, just like me. And you will be amazed to see that this skill was giving him his livelihood, meaning he was earning well. But what is the business model? The business model was simple at that point of time. There was a merchant, right? The merchant means somebody who gives work to Mr. Thompson. But how he did give work to Mr. Thompson? So every 15 days, if I talk about, Mr. Merchant comes to Thompson and he gave him a lot of wool, right? From where he collect wool, it doesn't matter, but basically he might get this wool from some other guys. But the point is that he gives the raw material to Mr. Thompson and he said that I will be coming in another 15, 20 days. Please make clothes for me, the good quality clothes, so that I can sell them into the market. And that is where Mr. Thompson take these clothes, right? Sorry, take this wool and get busy into his work because he know that in upcoming 15 days, Mr. Merchant is coming and I have to hand over all the clothes, whatever I made, and then Mr. Merchant is going to give me money. And this is the whole sole way of Mr. Thompson livelihood. As simple as that, right? And then one thing I would like to tell you here is that Mr. Thompson is very, very good with his work, right? He took this wool, create the cloth, and give back to it. But another interesting thing is that he work on his own time, right? What is the meaning? The meaning is you know that he has a handloom machine in his own home, which I agree that which is run by only men, which is taking the manpower of Mr. That machine is not automated at all. That was the machine only. That machine was only manual. But the important point is that Thompson can work or could work on his own time. Means if you want to work for 5 hours in this for today, maybe he can do that, right? The next thing is if somebody comes to his house, he can devote his time to them also. If the evening is good, the family can go on a walk, right? It is no pressure from the merchant altogether. Merchant just said that I will come after 15 days. You figure it out. When do you want to work? And most of the IT people, if they are working in some good company, they have life like this, right? They get the target, right? And they get the date. And then they say that you have to deliver it on this date. Now you figure it out. And that is how we manage our time. right? And one interesting thing, if you note here, is Mr. Thompson is working from home, just like most of us after COVID we are doing, right? We can say life is really good, right? So Thompson and his complete village was so happy. You can see this complete village. Kids are playing, people are talking, they know how to work, they are skillful, right? But now, at this moment, I would like to tell you this is our situation also. Maybe if I talk about maybe 2 years back or 3 years back when AI was not there, this is what we were in. That this is what we were feeling, right? Everything is fine. We got the work, we delivered it, we got the pen, we got the salary, and this is our livelihood too. I am just comparing 260 years back, right? Whatever happened as history to whatever is going on right now. But guys, believe me, history is not one-to-one mapping, right? So what I'm going to do now is let's come out of this happy story and put something different. I'm not putting this is what happened in the history, right? So as I mentioned, every 15 days this merchant used to come, right? Every 15 days he used to take whatever the clothes Mr. Thompson has created and gave them his meaning and gave the money back to him, right? But from last 1 month, merchant is not coming, right? Mr. Thompson waited for one more month. Merchant didn't come. Mr. Thompson just go out to the other villages, ask other weavers also that do you know where is the merchant? And nobody knows about it. Something bad happened to him. No, there is no merchant coming. Maybe it is not the case that only one merchant is there. There are many merchants, but those merchants have stopped buying the clothes from these weavers, right? So something interesting, something different is happening almost maybe 50 kilometers from this village. And that something different is machines, right? Some people have developed machines to build these clothes, right? And those machines are super fast. If you compare a machine, it can deliver what it can deliver in just one day, right? Mr. Thompson used to take maybe 15 days for it. And what these merchants were doing, these merchants were buying clothes from the people who have these machines. And then somebody got an interesting idea. They created a big factory in which they have lots and lots of machines, right? And interestingly, these machines do not need your expertise now. They do not need your skill. They just need you so that they can control them. Maybe you can do the repetitive task, maybe just push a button or maybe turn a lever up or down. That is what you need. And that is why they hire even kids also in this machine, in these factories. But the factories were really, really uh, dark at that moment. The meaning of darkness is that basically everybody has to work around 14 hours a day, guys, right? Even the topmost engineer who says that I'm workaholic nowadays, maybe he can work 12 hours, maybe 11 hours, 10 hours, but 14 hours per day for 6 days is brutal, right? They hired kids, they hired women, right? They do not need any skill of the viewers, right? And if I go and tell you that uh, factory, now we can find our merchant is right here. The merchant is supplying the raw wool to this factory and collected the cloth from it. You can see the situation, right? What happened to these weavers? Their work is replaced, right? Their identity is gone. Now the merchant is not coming to them, right? And if it is coming, there is not much work. So whatever they are getting for their skills, just 2 months back, they might be getting only half of it because machines are taking their current role. Machines are taking their current jobs, right? It is not the case that machines were developing the very high quality clothes. But if we talk about customer or the consumers, right? If you say that the quality is little less, but the price is also very much less, customer is going to say, okay, I don't want the very high quality cloth. I can I can take little bit lesser quality if the price is less, as simple as that, right? But who knows? With time, these machines are producing even high quality clothes also. The end is really bad of the story, but believe me, this is not the end. We will continue with this story, right? And right now, this is what is happening. We see that AI is doing almost most of our job. Means if I am a network engineer, I can see some miracles which are happening because of AI. AI can write the documents. AI can analyze, AI can troubleshoot if you give it the right input, right? And almost 60-70% of my work is already automated if I know how to use AI well. And this is what exactly happened. I'm not saying that the machine came and we were just out. It took time. It took maybe 20, 30, 40 years of time. But during the transition period, the life of these weavers were kind of a hell, right? I'm not saying that every weaver had a tough life there. It also depends on how do you react to the situation, right? So do not worry, we will be talking about that. This is not the end of the story. But now the question you must be thinking, Mr. Vishnu, on Sunday morning, why are you telling this story? We know that the problem is there, right? See, the intention is not to generate fear in you. The intention is to remove that fear from you. And I'm just telling you that whatever you are doing, whatever you are thinking is happening right now. It is not the first time. It happened 260 years back. It happened maybe 10 times, right? From history, from these events, we can learn what were the people who came out of it, right? What are the people who did really good in this situation? We just want to learn from them. I'm not saying whatever happened in the past, it is going to be happening one to one in the future. No, absolutely not. But history can teach some lessons to us and we can incorporate those lessons, right? I have been doing the interviews of many industry leaders, but believe me, the more up on ladder I go, the answer which I got is I do not have any clue about the jobs which are coming, right? But does it mean that we do not need to be prepared? No. I found the answer in books. I found the answer in history, and I found the answer in discussing people, right? Discussing with a lot of people, and that is what Anjali did. So I'm again saying this is not the end of the story. We have to learn from it. Okay. And the next board is actually very sad for Mr. Thompson. You can see the livelihood is gone, this pride is gone, right? I'm again saying his identity is lost. Why? Because everybody knew Mr. Thompson that he's a great weaver. He knows how to weave. And that is gone now. He's not more, he's not more weaving, right? He's not producing the clothes. Somebody else has taken his job, right? He doesn't have any clue about what he has to do. But he's not the only one. There are so many. There are so many at that point of time. And that is what I'm saying. You are not the only one who has this fear of losing job in upcoming time. We all are in the same boat. The question is how we are going to behave in this situation. The question is what actions we are going to take in this situation. Those actions are going to make us right or break us. As simple as that. Let's move to the next board, and we are going again back to Anjali and Rahul. And Anjali is specific to this board. Anjali is saying, Rahul, again, I'm saying the intention was not to make more fear in you. The intention was so that you are aware that we are not going through this transition first time in history. It happened. People have dealt with it. Don't worry, we can learn from them. History is the study of change. And absolutely, it doesn't guarantee what is going to be the future, right? But we can learn under those difficult situations how human beings behave, right? This is the most important thing. The ground was moving under them, but what steps they took. I'm not saying that everybody was came out from that situation as a winner. No, absolutely not. But we can study those who came out as a winner, right? If you consider the current situation, just replace Mr. Thompson with you, an IT engineer, right? And replace those machines, those big factory with artificial intelligence. As simple as that. Same situation we are in, right? I'm going to tell you that this transition, right? This happened in 1700, started happening in 1760, right? And people had a tough time till 1840, almost 80 years, almost 80 years. I'm not saying this during this period, economy was not boom, right? But booming of economy doesn't represent whether the workers are also doing good. It is the hard truth. If you don't get the last statement, if you're not on the finance, that is perfectly fine. No worries about it. But I just want to compare the same situation is happening right now. But here's the good news. The good news is that we can understand the behavior of those people who came out as a winner. So what I'm going to do now is I will be dividing those weavers who got impacted by this machine work into 5 different categories. And you will be amazed to see that you see these categories everywhere, right? And then you have to think in which category you want to be, right? So of course, the next board is going to be very, very interesting. What I am doing in the next board is that I am talking about 5 different people or 5 different weavers, right? What they did and how they did. And then you can also compare yourself because we are in the same situation, right? In which category of people you want yourself to be in. So we have 5 different categories. Category number 1, this guy. I am giving him a category of waiter. The meaning is he waits for everything. He's waiting that government is going to take some steps here. Government is going to intervene in my situation. Government is going to save me, right? Government will say AI will not be in the workplace. So you do not worry, right? You will have your work. Very, very interesting. And you can heard this conversation from many people. People say if AI is coming, government has to create policy. I'm not denying it that government is not going to do anything. Government will do things. Government will create policies. But believe me, it is not going to happening. It is not going to happen soon. If we consider the history, government came to rescue of the people. But after 60 years, I'm saying 60 years, guys, do we have this capability of waiting till 60 years? I'm not saying that this time also it is going to be 60 years, but if suppose it is only 5 years, are you ready for wait for 5? What are you going to do in this 5 year, right? I'm not saying that you are going to lose your job, right? I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it is going to happen. Maybe for some of us, we never face this heat, but if this happens, are we prepared for it? Do we want ourselves in this number 1 category of people who waited? These are the interesting people, right? They are betting their livelihood on the policies of the government, which may or may not. If we consider the last 10 disruption, by the way, what has happened here, we call industrial revolution, right? When this factory came, the point here is when the industrial revolution happened, these category of people comes out. Number 1, who waited, right? And I am 100% sure that I do not want to be in this category of number 1 people. I am 100% sure that the government is going to do, but I'm not going to wait till 5 years, 10 years. Transition period is hardest for those, right, whose job got displaced before of the technological advancement. At that moment, the technological advancement was the machines, steam engine, who gave them enough power, right? This time, we are talking about AI. Okay. Now let's talk about the second category. By the way, I am saying that I would not see myself as a number 1 guy, or I would not put myself in this category. And I'm 100% you also want, right? If we talk about number 2, this is another interesting personality. This guy said that I understand, I understand machines. I understand machines very well. And they got the fear. They say, I will break these machines. They form the biggest communities. They say, machines are coming for us. We are going to break them, right? And what they do in the night time, they break into the biggest factories and they destroyed the machine. By the way, government came, but not to rescue the people, but the government came to rescue the factory owners. They made this rule. Whoever is going to break the machines, he or she has to face the death penalty. Guys, death penalty. Try to understand. At that time, in factories, you can see 13, 14 years kids were working, right? There is no law for them. But government created a law immediately that if you guys into this category, if you are creating nuisance, if you are just breaking into the factories and destroying the machines, you will face the death penalty. Believe me, the government, in fact, brought army also to stop these people, right? And this was the great movement that erupted at that time. And by the way, these kind of people are known as Luddites, right? If you go and search for this word, you will get something very interesting. Luddites are the people who do not understand technology, or who have a fear of technology, right? But these people didn't have the fear of technology. They understood it well. They understood how machines are going to impact their work. These are not, these are the very skillful people, right? They didn't have fear of the technology, but they understand that it is going to destroy many of us. So instead of letting them destroying us, I am going to destroy it. Luddites doesn't mean that they didn't understand the technology. They know, right? And by the way, in current situation also, there are many people like this who say that we are going to destroy AI, right? They are signing the petition that do not let ChatGPT, right, come to our workforce. And I do not see myself in this category also, because the end of these people, and by the way, it happened in every technological advancement. I'm talking about industrial revolution right now, but it happened in different, these two categories of people were there, right? If we talk about category number 3, which is right here, right? This is something interesting. These are the people who build these machines. For example, if I'm a weaver, right, I understand what pain I am going through. So I thought to develop a machine, right? These are highly advanced people, highly skillful people. They understand mathematics, they understand physics, right? And they are very, very specialized worker. They are able to design the machine from scratch. They are able to troubleshoot the machine from scratch. And by the way, these are the people who are highest paid in any era. If we compare them within current situation, right? If you see OpenAI, if you see Anthropic, these are the people who work there. These are the people who create LLMs. These are the people who generate machine learning engineers. These are the people who are too good in deep learning. These are the engineers who are controlling weights of those LLMs. If that line doesn't make sense, do not worry. I am bringing up a course, right, which is going to clear all such doubts. But we'll talk about the course later. But just try to understand here. This kind of people need extra skills, right? These are kind of a scientist. They love mathematics, they love physics. And I'm not saying that you can't do that. You can be into this category, but try to understand. Right now, in current state, these jobs are maybe 50,000, right? Maybe 50. And now we are talking about lakhs of job which will be gone, right? The entry ticket in this kind of job is actually really, really of high cost. You need to learn a lot, maybe 3 4 years, maybe 1 2 years if you are a fast learner, right? But this category exists today itself. Again, if you go to Anthropic, if you go to Meta, if you go to whoever is working on this cutting edge technologies right now, who is shaping AI, then basically we are talking about somebody. Then basically we are talking about somebody in the category number 3. I see many of you in the category 3, right? But let's talk about category number 4. Category number 4 is the people who took whatever come into their way. They had the family responsibilities. Merchants stopped showing at their door, right? So what they did, they just went out. They saw the factories and they asked the factory owner, "Can I do the job here? Because I have 2 little kids at home, right? And livelihood is important." They didn't see what wages are there. He was means if he was a skillful worker there, we were previously, he was just doing 14 hours of repetitive work in that factory. I'm not sure this category will exist in today's world, but this category happened in the industrial revolution time. Very, very interesting, right? These people were working at the salaries which are way lesser, but they need something. They didn't have time to think what they want to do. The reason is because they need money right now, right? They didn't plan anything for such situation. That's why they are accepting anything which is coming on their way. And believe me, I do not want to be part of number 4. Let's talk about number 5, which is my favorite, right? And whatever I'm going to teach in upcoming 12 or 13 classes, starting from Monday, I just want to do a more research on this number 5 people with you. I want to tell you how to be like that, right? But what exactly this person is? This person is somebody who can wait for the right opportunity. But then you must be wondering, Mr. Vishnu, how can a person, if you stop his earning, how can he wait for the right opportunities, right? I am saying this person can wait for 1 year, for 1.5 years. It means that he is financially aware that something can bad happen to him in future, and that is why he was saving when he was in his good times, right? He was financially well equipped. I'm not saying he got so many things from his grandparents. No, when he was doing the good job, right? When he was getting the money, he was saving for something. Maybe he didn't have any idea about why he's saving, but he saved a lot of money in his good time, right? And that's why he was able to wait for the right opportunities. He was able to learn new skill. Unlike category number 4, which is right here, this guy doesn't have any time because they didn't have any money, right? Very, very interesting category, guys. This is the guy who built networking, right? The human networking, another soft skill, right? What is the meaning? When merchant used to come home, it is not the only business relationship with them. He knew merchant well. He knew lots of merchant. He knew what exactly these guys do his work, right? This guy is a continuous learner. He understands because he has a lot of time, right? He see things closely. He wait for the right opportunity. He just went into the factories to understand how the work is happening there, right? He builds strong networks with the people so that whatever happens, wherever happens, right? Whatever opportunity comes, he should get that opportunity. Really, really interesting, guys, right? He was financially aware. He knew his personal finances. He knows something bad can happen. He is building his network, network of humans. He was actually kind of a continuous learner. If this thing is not producing result, I shall move to it. And by the way, he was also a weaver, right? When weaving was giving him a lot of money, he was into that. But as soon as he saw that it is going away, he just started learning new skills. As I mentioned, he went to the factories to know what is happening, and he was kind of a person who can connect the dots, right? He know to run the factories, we need to run steam engines, and to run a steam engine, we need lots and lots of coal, right? He knew this industry is going to boom, the coal industry. There are going to be lots of job in that. He know that when machine will create a lot of goods, we need something to transport them all over the world. And he understand that some new things are going to come. And believe me, it happened. After industrial revolution, we can see that the coal industry was booming up, railway industry was booming up. Before that, there is no name. Nobody knows railways, right? Government, private businessmen were building these things, right? And this guy having the close eyes on everything, right? Whenever there is a job opportunity in a factory, not I'm saying as a worker, as a worker who is doing low wage jobs. I'm talking about the supervisor role. I'm talking about the managerial role, right? Whenever something comes, this guy goes there that and he says that I can do it. I am the best weaver. I know, or maybe the quality control job or anything, right? Then my whole sole point is that I want everybody to be this in this category, maybe in the third category or maybe in the fifth category, whatever you choose. But the other three categories are really, really bad. They met a bad ending, as simple as that. Like so, if I talk about again category number 3 and category number 5, this is the whole sole agenda of the entire course. This needs really, really high skills. If we talk about them, these are kind of a people who love science, who love physics, who are in awe of mathematics. They love it. They are the builders, they are the creator. I'm not saying that None of us can be like them. Yes, we can. Definitely, right? But after doing maybe 10 to 15 years of work in the IT field, maybe most of us doesn't have this kind of means. Maybe we have a fear of mathematics now, right? Because we have left it. And now, if we talk about number 5, as I explained all the traits of this guy, he understands finance well. He understands the power of saving. He understands the power of human network. He waited for the right opportunities. He is a continuous learner, right? And this is what all about my new courses, right? So there are going to be 3 different courses which I'm going to take, or which I'm going to conduct over the 3 or 4 months. The first one is starting tomorrow, the 27th, in the evening time. And these are the skills on which we are going to talk. Number 1, basically your finance, right? The power of saving. And you must be thinking, Mr. Vishnu, you are a network engineer, right? Are you sure that you can teach us this? Believe me, if I can do this for myself, right? Whatever I have done myself, which is working in this present situation, I still have job, by the way. But I am 100% sure if it is not there in coming future, I can come into this category number 5, right? Whatever I have done to sort my finances, whatever I have, and it is all about engineers to engineer talking, right? I'm not a financial guru. I'm not an economist, right? But I understand basics of it, right? And believe me, you do not need to be expert in finance to save money. If you see the value in it, you are going to do it. People say compounding is the eighth miracle of the world. I will prove it to you. It is, right? We will talk about what is the meaning of creating. So basically, when I did interview of many people, they say that you need to learn soft skills, right? But what are those soft skills nobody is talking about? One of the skill which I found very interesting is you need to create human networks. How to do that? And then the last thing, which is not the least, you need to understand AI, what exactly it can do, what exactly it cannot do, right? And how you are going to fill the gap. Okay. And this is what I wanted to tell you. But one more interesting thing I would like to tell you before ending the session, right? By the way, I am here for another 1 hour. Don't worry about it. I will take all the questions, whatever is coming to your mind. Don't worry about it. I'm not leaving the seat until and unless I answer everything, right? But the point here is, I would like to tell you one more thing, right? I would like to tell you the current situation. As you all know, AI has come, right? How you are going to deal with this situation? One way is you become AI opponent, and you can't do that because we understood the people category. The most important and the safe place is you have whatever you know, right? You have 10 years of experience in computer networking. Anjali has 10 years of experience in computer networking, no doubt about it, right? But add the knowledge on top of it. And you must be saying, Mr. Vishnu, you are not saying new thing. I will give you an example. Don't worry. And it is going to, the example is from history, the recent history. If you have this combination, your current experience, plus if you know how to get power of AI, right? You are going to be irreplaceable. How? Let me tell you an example right here, right? But before that, people are saying that AI is different than previous revolution, and they are absolutely right about it. The reason is, if you talk about previous revolution, means the steam engine come, because of which industrialization happened. The steam engine was the major power, right? Basically, it was increasing the strength of a human being. Human being can't lift so many things, can't run so many machines, right, continuously. That's why the steam engine, it is increasing the capability, the physical capability. If we talk about calculators or computers, when they come, right, they were increasing the capability in a specific narrow area. They were doing the calculations. If we talk about the steam engine, they are giving the strength. But this time we are talking about AI. AI is a bit different, right? It is replacing so many jobs, right, at once. Nobody in today's world. Basically, if you are a tester, if you are a project manager, if you are a network engineer, right? If you are a lawyer, if you are a doctor, if you are a radiologist, right? So many professions. AI is not affecting only a narrow field, it is affecting all over. It has never happened in the history, right? So I do agree with this statement. Anjali do agree with this statement. AI is different. It is not increasing your physical strength, it is increasing, it may increase your cognitive thinking or may replace it, right? And that is why you see that most of the automated jobs, sorry, most of the jobs which are repeatable are actually replaced by AI. But we are going to be go a little deeper into this into our course of all these situations, right? At last, one interesting board, right? And as I promised that I do not want to make a fear, right? You all see that many companies are firing right now, right? But we need to be that number five. We need to be in the category of number five people. We will do everything to become that, right? If you see Oracle, TCS, Microsoft, Accenture, Meta, everybody is doing the restructuring in their workforce because of artificial intelligence. I think you must have heard the news of Meta yesterday, day before yesterday, the Microsoft. But here is the interesting thing. In 1997, what happened? There are a lot of events happened, but if you talk about Mr. Gary Kasparov, he was the grandmaster. He was the chess world winner, right? And he has defeated many computers before. Many chess players defeated many computers before. But then there is another computer developed by IAPM. I think the blue something. I'm not sure. This computer actually defeated Mr. Gary Kasparov, the grandmaster at that moment, right? And the people thought everything is over. Everything is over, right? But then certainly, then something happened which is kind of a different, right? And what happened at that moment is that we have make combinations of human and machine. For example, it is no doubt that this computer is going to beat Mr. Gary Kasparov again and again. But when we took a mediocre computer and we took a mediocre human, they were able to defeat the grandmaster alone, right? Again, this combination, mediocre computer, mediocre means I'm not talking about the super intelligent computer. I'm talking about the computer with suitable RAM, suitable something, and then human being, which is not a very great chess player. He was able to beat the biggest computer, this computer who beat Mr. Gary Kasparov. This combination, computer plus human, was the miracle combination. That is what I'm saying you. You have your 15 years of experience with you, but combine it with whatever the advancement in technology is coming, maybe AI. And that is fine. Means if you do not know what to learn in AI, that is what we are going to do in upcoming 2 or 3 courses. But the whole sole point is combine your 15 years with the power of AI. The people who have done this in past, along with the financial knowledge, along with the soft skills which we talk about, creating the human skills, continuous learner, leadership, creativity, right? Along with that, if you combine computer plus human, it is actually irreplaceable, right? And even if you go back into the history, people, I really would love to be in this category number five, right? Which we have discussed in detail. But what exactly this is? This is centaur, right? It is from the history. When we were walking on our feet, we understood horse is something which can take us to the greater speed, to greater distances, right? If we combine both of them, then basically we get this centaur, right? What is the meaning? We would like to be in category number five. We would like to be in category, and we would like to be centaur. Means we want 10 years of experience plus we want AI fluency in our work. If we can do that, we will be centaur and we will be in this market for long, long term. Just be number five. So basically, my upcoming 3 courses, the number one course is going to make you all the skills which is having by this number five, and the course number 2+3, which is heavy on AI agentic, will make you the centaur, right? And I am 100% sure by the time we were learning all these things, maybe the technology gets changed, maybe the new tools comes, but that habit of continuous learning, which we have ingrained when we talk about course number one, is going to be with us forever. And if that habit of financial acumen, building networks of human, right, then we can be in this industry for really, really long time. By the way, I have this QR code, right? And right now, if you register for the course number one, it is at 40% discount for you. So just have this course, right? And do not want to say anything more, but I am all in for all of your questions, right? You can ask your question in the chat, or you can just raise your hand and you can come alive with me and ask your questions. Anybody. This is what I had in my mind, by the way. And by the way, thank you so much. Anybody, any doubt, any question? Anyone? Okay. So Mr. Suraj Thakur and okay, let me in Suraj first. Yeah, Mr. Suraj, you can ask your question. Mr. Suraj, can you hear me? Yeah, Mr. Aman, I can see Subodhip and Aman on the stage. Maybe Mr. Aman, you can unmute yourself and ask your question, please. Aman Arora?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. And thank you so much for breaking the ice of questioning. You can ask any question, whatever you want. Please go ahead, Aman.
Yes, sir. So, learning new technologies is, I can say, bit easy, but the recruiters need also the experience in that. If I today learn SD-WAN or any new technology,
Mhm.
but when I apply it to the job, they are saying we need experience in that technology also. Then how we deal with that?
It's a fantastic question, Aman. But recruiters means you won't believe, even I had this question to one of my senior leader in the industry, right? And the response was awesome. I'm not sure when it is going to happen and when this change will come. See, people already know that if somebody is having 8 years of experience in a particular domain, maybe suppose he was working all his life in collaboration, right? Maybe a technology, which is different from normal other technology in routing and switching, right? But if we see that the collaboration is down, right? And if you say that you are learning a new technology, maybe anything you say, X, Y, Z, you said SD-WAN, I do agree with you. But if you say that I have learned it 2 years back or maybe 2 months back, the recruiters are going to say, Vishnu or maybe Aman, you do not have any experience with respect to that. I can't give you a job, right? This mindset needs to be changed, and it's going to change in coming future because people will learn new thing as the old things are going, right? For example, if I say right now, whenever there is a job of a network engineer comes or a manager comes, right? In most of the organization, most of the interviews, right, we say that you should be good with your fundamental skills, which is your maybe 10 years of experience, whatever you have spent on, plus there are some new skills that maybe you have learned automation, you have learned maybe AI, you have learned maybe a little bit of Python and Ansible. And believe me, I do not expect this guy to be a champion in writing code. I just expect that whether if you have given a code or if you have given a program, can you really, right? Can you really make it with the help of AI? Can you really work along with it to give me the desired result? I'm not expecting a full-fledged software developer from a network engineer, right? And if the companies or if the recruiters are saying that, they will be changing their mindset in upcoming time. Mr. Raman. Now we can talk to Mr. Shubhadeep. Shubhadeep ji, please go ahead. You
Yeah,
can.
very good morning.
Good
And
morning.
yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, like many thanks for your wonderful session, and I really appreciate your effort also. And this is very really good. And my question is basically how I'll know that yeah, what is the course agenda and what would be the course fees and what would be the timing as well. Like because even we need to actually the match with that free time and whether really we'll be able to attend this course or there could be some advantage of recording as well. So that is question number one. And second thing, like even I'm also struggling for last 1 year, like how to like increase my productivity through use of the AI.
Mhm.
So is that like in the post completion of this course, whether I'll be able to make some difference, so that definitely my productivity will be increased. And yeah, that actually nowadays, yeah,
I
yeah,
got your question, and I'm 100% sure anybody out of 100 people who are sitting here, they are definitely have this thing in mind, right? What
yeah, yeah,
exactly your course will be adding. So to answer your first question, right?
yeah,
If
yeah.
you just scan this, I would say that please be on mute because little bit disturbance, Shubhadip ji. And
Sure.
thank you so much for praising the course. So basically, if you see that we have a QR code here, right? Just scan it, and it will take you to this website and this particular course. I have written almost everything regarding this. What I'm going to teach in the course number one. By the way, this is just the course number one, right? There are still two more course to be coming. So you can see that first of all, there is a 40% discount if you buy it for today for only this audience, whatever we have right now, right? And I have written everything. These classes are going to be on weekdays. It will be in Hindi, it will be in English from 7:30 to 9 p.m. It is in English in Hindi from 9 to 10:30. It will be in Hindi. Choose your language. We are not charging on the basis of language. You can come in both the classes also, right? So this is all about the course and all the. I mean, just go through this. You will find timing. You will find everything regarding this. Frequently asked questions, everything, right? Now, the second question is really, really important, right? So maybe you can search this course by going into the courses on my website, bridgewhy.com, and just write job security or just like job. You will get this and you will be having this course, right? Now, the point right now is that, Mr. Vishnu, what your courses are going to do, will it increase my productivity, right? Will it make me a centaur, which you're talking about, the half horse, half man guy, right? And this is the whole sole agenda of this course, right? So if you see what the point is that I have divided this problem, right? My productivity problem and my relevance problem, my identity problem, which you were talking about, into three parts, right? First thing first is I would like you to be in the category of number 5, right? Where exactly you are going to see few things. You will be learning financial awareness or the personal finance. You will be learning some of the soft skill which we are talking about, which is building your human network, continuous learner, and other things which we'll be talking about in the first course. Along with that, there are going to be 6 or 7 classes on this topic, and last 4 or 5 classes will be on AI, the power of AI, what exactly it does or not, means the basic human literacy, AI for everybody, right? This course is going to put the soft skills you need, right, for the people like to be number 5. Now the centaur one, right? You need to have your own experience of 10 years, whatever you have, maybe 10 years, 5 years, plus the deep knowledge of AI. And that is the course, the second course we'll talk about. We will be going deep into LLMs. We will be talking about what is coming, right? And whatever is needed, how exactly this machinery work. I am not saying that we will be creating this machinery. No, absolutely not. Even I try to do that. Even one of my machine learning course, I started with this one that I will make everybody scientist. No, it is means nobody means everyone can't be the machine learning or deep learning scientist, right? But if you want to be, machine learning course is already there. But the whole point of the second course is that you have your 10 years of experience plus AI knowledge, what AI can do, cannot, LLMs, how is this machinery works, and a bit of Python so that we will be ready for the course number 3. In the course number 3, I will telling you how to create your clone or maybe your agent. If you have heard about this term, this is agentic AI. If I talk about myself, right? If I see myself as a teacher, I have already developed my clone, right? Who is able to do my 40 to 50% of work. And this is what I want. Whenever I generate a new course, my 40 to 50% work is done. And then on top of it, I use whatever the creativity I think I have, whatever the things I would like to add, the stories, the analogies, right? But the 40 to 50% of the work is done by this. And now consider after these 3 courses, means if we talk about Mr. Shubhadip can create his own clone, right? Who can do his 50 to 60% of work, right? then he might be focusing on, and he might be saving this time maybe for the further learning, maybe for anything else, whatever you want, right? This is the whole sole agenda. Mr. Shobhadip, is it making sense? Or am I
Yeah,
missing something?
absolutely. Even my aim is like agentic AI, and definitely that is my aim. Like even I'm having also like network background. I'm having around 22 years of experience, but
Wow.
basically I would like to learn how to create the agent, and definitely network day-to-day work, and even migrations or whatever we are doing right now. At least on behalf of me, like we have to work very smartly nowadays. Yeah, I believe the smart work is like rather than
No,
preferred.
I got the point. I got the point. This is the whole sole agenda. But the problem in this AI world, it is changing a
Yeah,
lot. It is changing very frequently. So see, maybe this course number 2 and 3 won't be, I mean, in the coming future. Maybe something we will get, means instead of agentic AI, we will be seeing something different, right? But
that's correct.
but the common thing, right? Which means the history always says something, and we can learn from the history. The people who were winner in all these 10 disruptions, 10 technological advancements, are not the one who is always after the technology. No, the one who understand the power of the financial acumen, who understand the power, right, of continuous learning, who understand the power of making this human network. Believe me, these are way more important. And if you talk to any leader, because we are technologists, we have learned so many technologies in the past. No way, means it can't be the case that we can't learn anything new. We will learn new, right? But the problem is, do we have that period of time? For example, when AI comes, and suppose, take an example, and it's very, very interesting example. Suppose a person, and we will be talking about this, maybe XYZ person, right? He is earning 3 lakhs right now in Bangalore. And I am talking about almost 55% of IT people are like in this bucket right now. He's earning 3 lakhs, but the interesting part is he has a house. He has taken a house of 2 lakhs, no, sorry, 2 crore rupees in Bangalore, right? And if you talk about it, the EMI is almost around 1.8 lakhs per month. Then he is going to have 1 or 2 kids, right? The fees maybe 20, 20, or maybe you understand the what is going on in Bangalore with respect to kids' fees, maybe 30,000 per month for the kids. And then basically we have the car. If somebody is earning 3 lakhs per month, they will be having the good car also, right? Maybe the 40,000 in that. Try to understand 2.5 lakhs is just gone, right? If we reduce it, maybe the house is only 1 point lakh, maybe we reduce something of it, right? But the problem is almost 50% of the population, IT population, is living paycheck to paycheck, right? If they lose the job right now, if I say, they do not have the runway. I will talk about runway. I will talk about everything, whatever I'm talking about in finance in upcoming classes, right? They do not have the runway for 6 months. They do not know what we are going to do in after 6 months. When we were in industrial evolution, when we were in that transition, believe me, the transition was long. Maybe sometime it takes 2 years, sometime it takes 60 years, right? But do we have, means if you want to be number 5 into the category of number 5 people, you need to wait. You need to wait for the right opportunity. It is not the case that whatever the market is giving you the opportunity, maybe half of the salary, whatever you are getting, are you going to take it? You need to take that informed decision. You cannot take that informed decision until and unless you are financially aware, until and unless you are financially secured, maybe for 1.5 year, right? I haven't, believe me, I haven't taught anything like this. Means I am a pure technical guy. I taught BGP, OSPF, but I am assuring you that I have done it in my life, right? Again, I am not a financial expert. I am not an economist, but I know if I can sort the things for me, I can definitely share with you all. Okay. So overall, I think Shubhadeep, I have answered your question, right? Let
Yeah, yeah,
me
absolutely. Yeah, it is
let
100%. Yeah,
me
you have answered.
bring on stage Sangeeta ji. Sangeeta ji, please ask your question.
Can you just share that quote, whatever you have
Yeah,
said?
please, please, please. And by the way, guys, it is on discount right now. So have that. From tomorrow onward, it is going to be the 5,000 rupees course. Right now, it is available at 3,000. So just have a look at it. Sangeeta ji, please go ahead and talk. Please ask your
Yeah,
question.
first of all, thank you so much for this session. So, as I understood, like you told very well, like like at this moment, like we don't need to be get scared like AI is coming and we will lose our job. So we will have to work on like upscaling, like we will have to like update our skills over AI. So like because like 10 years ago also we used to hear like automation is coming, CI/CD pipeline is coming, so we will lose our job. So it because definitely there will be there was impact of that, but it was not like that. We have to learn accordingly. If whatever current technologies are coming, so we will have to learn, and definitely we can survive. But right now AI is impacting a lot. So if whether any engineer who is working on compute, storage, networking, or database, anything, so what exactly we will have to learn in AI, so that and what type of job we will get after learning all those technologies in AI? So this is my question.
And and it's a really, really great question, first of all. So first thing first, if I go again back to the history, right? Every historical technological revolution resulted into many new jobs, right? Many new jobs. For example, after industrial revolution, we saw railway, coal, and many other industries. But as I mentioned, right, whatever happened in history, it is not the proof that the same thing is going to happen in future. But yes, from the last 10 technological advancement, I could see that there are various new jobs which are in the market. And interestingly, when I interviewed people, when I am diving deep, nobody knows what is going to be the nature of upcoming jobs, right? Maybe after 5 years, 10 years, nobody knows about it, right? And that is what I'm saying. It is not only the technical things which you need to concentrate more on, right? We need to build that mindset that whatever is coming, whatever is that moment, right? I will be learning that maybe in 4 months, maybe in 3 months, and I will be eligible to work, right? So more than technical skills, the things which are coming, which are going to be helpful for everybody of us, is the three things which we will learning in the first course itself, right? Financials, very important, right? The second thing is because this is going to give you the time to take the informed decisions. Means if you have a runway of maybe 1.5 years, you do not have to worry if my job. And by the way, it is not happening for everyone. It is not the case that everybody is going to lose the job. No, right? But if it happens, then we need to be prepared. And not only the technology is going to save you this time because we don't know, because it is changing so frequently, right? But that mindset can save you. The continuous learning mindset is going to save you in the long run. So it's financials, building your human network, and the so many things which you are going to read in this course. Maybe just have a look at the outlines which I mentioned. So your question is great, but believe me, I really don't have any idea about that what our future jobs look like after 5 years, 10 years. I'm not sure, but I am 100% sure that whatever the job which we have right now, they are going to be transformed, maybe 50%, 60%, maybe 100%. We just need to be ready for them. Through this course, whatever we are going to do, I will be teaching you how to be prepared for such situations. Maybe a little bit about, and if you ask about AI, what exactly we are talking about, as I mentioned, agentic AI, which is exactly doing something great into current time. I'm not sure how it is going to change or when it is going to change or when new thing is going to come. But whatever we have right now, let's learn. So through this, I am just going to tell you that if I can learn agentic AI, whatever is coming in the future, I can learn that too. Sangeeta ji, is it making sense?
Okay, okay, yeah. So one thing, like, can you draw one mind map only because as you told us, like, there will be three courses. Okay, so can you draw one simple mind map, like what exactly you will teach in like all these three sessions?
Yeah, so basically, I will definitely create the complete means thing in a Word document or maybe something, and you are part of that R group, right?
Yeah,
Which is job security in AI era. I
yeah.
will be uploading this document to that group, 100%. But thank
Okay,
you so
sure.
much for the lovely question. Yeah,
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Dipanshu ji, please ask your question. Please go ahead, Mr. Dipanshu. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, Vishnu. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, Dipanshu, I can hear you.
Yes. So my question is for someone working in HR. Like I work as a human resource business partner.
Wow.
So how should I approach AI adoption in a practical way? Because I am hearing a lot of people because all of them seems to be technical, or is this only for engineers, or only engineers getting affected first in this AI revolution? So I'm kind of little stressed about how it will impact HR and how and what specific skills or tools should I focus on, to stay relevant? And will this course help me do that?
I am 100% sure that course number 2 and 3 are not going to add much value for you, because those are going to be highly technical. As you are from HR background, I will highly advise you to just be with me for next 1 month for the first course, and that is exactly uh, what I am going to do in this 1 month. Is irrespective of your job role, whether you are a tester, whether you are a network engineer or a project manager or a HR manager, irrespective of your role, these 1 month study is going to change your perspective or change the way you are seeing the current threat, which is moving towards us, right? As I mentioned, Dipanshu, three things are going to be very, very important, right? Which we will be working along in almost 8 hours, right? And I will prove it to you. Means maybe the time is less today, so that I cannot make a significant uh, point on the finance part, because this was the most crucial part. If you have heard me in last 1 hour, we have talked about number 5 category, right? These people were the one who came as a winner after industrial revolution, but there were other category of people who were doomed, right? But if we talk about this, the most cushion they have, because they were financially aware. They know the problem is coming, or they might thought that the problem is coming, that the money is something which is going to save them. The second thing is, right now, as I mentioned, that I don't see what is going to happen in future. What are the nature of job in future? Maybe how HR is going to be fully transformed in upcoming time, right? We do not know about it, but we can be ready for any situation, right? And that is the means, if you listen to anybody right now, right, who knows AI well, they are not saying that learn this skill or learn that course or learn this thing. They are saying change your mindset, dude. It is not about that only 2 course you do and you will be happy for your life. It was happening. Means I know in my field that people have learned only 3 technologies to the deepest, maybe BGP or something, right? 3 technologies, and they spend 30 good years in this career. This is not going to happen anymore. Not through 1 course, not through 2 course, but we have to change this mindset itself, that whatever is coming at that moment, whatever, I will be ready. Means if it is in HR, if it is in engineering, whatever is going on, I am ready to learn. And that learning, the problem is that learning you can't do if you lose your job right now and you have to pay your EMI next month, right? That learning is going to be screwed up. If you do not have that financial acumen, if you don't have that, what we say, the runway for 6 months, for 10 months, forget about new learning. And that is what I say. These things, learning new course or something, will come when you have something to feed your family. I am just going into a situation which is very dangerous. It is not the case that means it is not the case means out of 100 people, maybe 60 won't lose their job, maybe 70 won't lose their job. But if we have a fear of it, we should be ready for it. As simple as that. Dipanshu, is it making sense?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. Now let's talk about Mr. Suresh N. Suresh N, please ask your question. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi Vishnu, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, you are. You are.
Yeah,
And by the way, first time I am getting these many questions, means no technical webinar resulted into these many questions. And thank you so much for opening up. And by the way, I am not see, if you do not want to register for the quiz, don't. But if you get how to be number 5, how to be in category number 5, you do not need to do any course of mine. Right? This is absolutely new for me. I have been doing the research along with you, because in technological session, I have learned a lot from you guys. And if you ask such kind of a question, believe me, upcoming live classes are going to be really, really interesting, because I always have my research. Once it is backed up with your question, believe me, it is kind of a centaur. Means my research is nothing until unless I get your question. Please go ahead with your question. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Vishnu. Yeah, I'm following BridgeWhy from last 2-3 years. I know. I mean, I took few courses from your site. My doubt is, I mean, I know you already have some courses on machine learning and Python and something. Here, my question is there any prerequisite course to, I mean, understand more for the the coming AI courses? Do we need any prerequisites for this or Python or something like that?
No, nothing. Means basically I always teach from scratch. So whatever the Python we need in creating those agentic means in second or third course, do not worry about it. We will be learning it in this session.
Okay.
No prerequisite in any course.
Yeah, and my
Okay.
second question, you told right 3 courses. You are going to start one after another, or you are going to start it parallelly?
No, it is going to be one after another. Means I still have the job. So basically, I will be doing one after another. Means one course finish 1 month, then second course, then third course.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, these are my questions. Yeah.
Perfect, Suresh. Mr. Sachin Shivhare, please ask your question. Please go ahead. Mr. Sachin Shivhare, I am not able to hear you. Anybody else can hear? Okay, interesting. Yeah, please go ahead, Sachin. Sachin bhai, I don't think I can hear him. So, Mr. Suraj, please go ahead for your question. Mr. Suraj Thakur, unmute yourself. Yeah, go ahead, Suraj.
Hello,
Yeah, Suraj bhai, please
can
go
you
ahead.
hear me, Vishnu?
Yes, 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 I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for this session. My
You are
question
most
is,
welcome.
this AI, how much it will impact the security and data centers, or mainly, related to network security, data centers. Will AI can do logical thinking as well, like like humans do.
This is interesting. This is really, really good question. So, okay. So I will give you the recent technological advancement which I am seeing in my company, and it is going to blow your mind. So right now, my job is if you be on mute, this is going to be good, Suraj. Thank you. So my job is I am working as a network architect right now. Right. I will tell you my complete job. So what happens? I get a project. I get a project to create a network for a particular company, say XYZ. What I exactly do? I go to the customer, right? And I collect the requirements from the customer. Then on the basis of this requirement, I create high level design. Then after high level design is done, I will be doing low level design, right? In which I write commands, everything. High level design, basically how the overall design looks like. Then basically we write network implementation plan, right? If there is a migration or something, then we write migration implementation plan. Then we do the testing, and then we deliver this network to the customer. This is generally what I do. This is kind of my job, right? And I'm not sure whether data center or security, what exactly you do. Maybe you are in operations or something. But let's consider I'm giving you the broadest area, right? From collecting requirement. Suraji, if you can be on mute, please. Okay, I'll mute you. Yeah, sorry, but it was causing some disturbance. You can unmute yourself later. So if you see this, now the interesting thing which is happening right now is I can just go and ask customer, collect my requirement, and this needs my skill for sure, right? How I ask the question so that I convert those requirement of the customer into something which is more closer to the technology. This is what the skill I have, right? And this is more human. Why? Because I sometimes this customer is technical, sometimes this customer is non-technical, and if this customer is non-technical, I have to ask in his language, right? The questions. Once it is done, believe me, after that I can see all this thing can be delivered using AI. This is what exactly is happening in many other companies also. And consider my work. If I see that it's my 100% of the work, then starting for me, the collecting the requirement was the easier part, right? Because I have almost 20 years of experience. And maybe if I consider that is my 10% job, can I say that the 90% is already automated by AI, right? It has impacted my job, right? But now, can I say that really my company doesn't need me, right? I would tell you that I know this thing well. When they generate, when they give me the output, I will be the one who is going to check whether the output generated by them is correct or not, right? But it is going to reduce my time a lot. Previously, I was just creating high level design. I am trained on maybe 100 designs. I have created only 100 designs in my entire life. Maybe I have read 200 more designs, but this system is trained on maybe 5,000 designs, way better than me. But sometimes, as you know, AI is a new technology. Sometimes it gives me the result which are not optimal. But we have started working on this. I totally agree with you that the human skills, maybe sometimes, right, it will not be able to troubleshoot like you. But if I give you an example, in a particular network of the customer, right, I just got the logs from their monitoring system. I fed that logs and it straight away tell me the problem. Vishnu, there is a BGP problem in this router at this point. And for me, this much hint is more than enough, right? But try to understand, when I was not taking help of AI system and I was doing my own, means I could have taken maybe 2 or 3 days to fix, means to came across the problem that where exactly the problem is in the system, right? Again, the point is not to create or generate a fear in you. The point is that if your 80%, 90% work is gone, right? How you are going to be more relevant. And believe me, it has happened in past so many times. Whenever people have their work automated, maybe 60 to 70%, it is not the case that these people will out. These people will become more relevant if they have some more skills. For example, this skill of dealing with customer, right, is not the one which can be done by AI, at least for now. So overall, I am telling you, doesn't matter whether it is going to impact my work or not. But AI is something which is having substantial information with it. It is just like your assistant. Use it. Have your solid knowledge of maybe 20 years of experience. But when I started using AI, it has increased my efficiency like anything. And that is what companies are expecting for. I think, Suraj, I am able to answer your question. Suraj Thakur. Okay. So Sachin, anybody else want to ask? Sachin Shivhare, I was not. Devesh Sharma, you can unmute yourself and ask a question. Or maybe I can. Yeah, yeah. Devesh, please go ahead.
Yeah. Am I
I'll,
audible?
yeah, I'll come to you, Sachin, later. Yeah, Devesh, please go ahead.
Okay, Vishnu, my question is little bit different. Okay, currently my job role is on routing and switching. Okay,
Mhm,
and on the same designing role I'm working for designing and implementation as per the project.
mhm.
Right now I am planning for some automation. Okay, like DevOps, MLOps. Okay, so just my question is that when I'm trying to dig on this Ansible Terraform. Okay, so since I have around 8 years of experience in routing and switching, and if I will dig on in this automation deeply, so my job profile will going to change, right? Uh, or it will be helpful in my the same profile.
So this is what exactly happening right now. The jobs are changing their nature. For example, previously I was expert in routing and switching. I know security a bit, but now they're expecting me to have a little bit knowledge of automation, maybe data center, maybe cloud, uh, and so on, right? But they are not expecting me to be expert in everything. They are saying that you are expert for 10 to 15 years experience you already have. It is going to be good if you see the complete network itself, right? Which is having automation, PC, and wherever the automation can fit, you just pitch in automation. So overall, they are not saying that you need to spend another 10 years to learn all these things, maybe 20, 25 hours of every stream, right? If you have that, then basically you can include AI with your work and you can do the work effectively. But believe me, if you are totally dependent on AI, as I mentioned, that if we talk about only the system who defeated Mr. Gary Kasparov, right? This system cannot do a lot of things on its own. But if we give him a human power, then it is able to do miracle. And that is what I'm saying to you, right? So to your your question, definitely the nature of job is going to change. If you are in the RNS, maybe you are going to see new job roles, right? Maybe automation network engineer or anything, right? I'm not sure. And that is why nobody is absolutely sure right now that what is going to be the nature of the job, what exactly these job roles are going to be. But one thing is common, right? If I have that mindset that whatever is the job role, I can learn. For example, you have taken the name of so many technologies. If you're learning them, believe me, you are. And I am 100% sure on the Sunday morning, if you are sitting for this webinar, you are already in the type 5 category, right? You are learning a few things, but I just want it to be more structured. So yes, to your question, job role, job nature is going to change definitely. Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, if Mr. Anup, you can ask your question. Please go ahead, Mr. Anup. I think Anup, I'm not able to hear Anup.
Yeah,
Uh,
can you hear me, sir?
yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead, bhai.
So, sir, my doubt is also something related to first question. The guy asked like if you don't have experience and something like that. So I am also facing the same thing. I've studied little bit of Python, but everyone they are asking like you have at least 2 year of experience or no, and that kind of stuff. And also one more question is, let's say you have financial like safety, like for let's say 1.5 year, okay, and you don't you have managed all your EMIs and stuff like that. But the thing is, let's say your current package is 20 lakhs, okay, and you I mean you stay at your house, you study everything like SD-WAN, wireless, Python, AI, everything, and you get the certificates of all that for 6-8 months, and you are like everything good on resume, okay. But now you have gap for let's say 1.5 year, okay, or 1 year, 1.5 year. So when you apply for a job, they will say, hey, you have a gap for 1 year, 1.5 year. Why would they give you more than like about 20 lakhs or something? Like it's like you are going to, they will say, okay, we will give you 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs. That's my question. Like how can
No, I,
we
I, I got your
negotiate on the
I,
salary?
I got your question, and believe me, there is one entire session on my upcoming course, which is only on this topic, right? We will definitely give it a look. The whole sole point here is that even after 1.5 years, right? Whenever you were preparing for it, right? The whole sole point was that you have this much of time frame. You didn't choose any opportunity which is coming to your way, right? And it might be the case that you will not get any opportunity in 1.5 years, right? But whenever it comes, you will be having that question. For example, after 6 months, you will be getting an opportunity that you have a 6 month gap. Why would I give you more than 20 lakhs, right? Everybody in this industry knows that we are going through a disruption. If they don't know, then they are denying the fact, right? If we talk about last just 1 year, right, maybe 6 to 8 months, 92 companies, small, big, right, they have laid off people, and almost 1 lakh people. I'm not talking about only in India, all over the world. 1 lakh people are there in the market from the top industry. If they are saying that why were you out of the job from the last 6 months, right, then they are denying something specific. And then it is your skill that you should be waiting for another opportunity, or maybe we will be discussing all these scenarios, Anup, in detail. And when you talk about that, I have just learned an SD-WAN or maybe any technology right now, but I am not experienced in it. But believe me, in today's world, it is not the world which we had 8 years or 10 years back. Right now, you can spend time on SD-WAN, you can create your lab, you can build, you can find HLDs, you can find LLDs, you can create HLDs and LLDs on SD-WAN using AI, right? You can mimic the real life experience with the help of AI. You can write in resume, I have worked on it, I have created networks on it,
So little
right?
bit of lying.
Little bit of, yeah, see,
Yeah.
I think I have never ever seen the person, right, who is going, means it is from the HR of the multi top companies, right? If the person who is sitting opposite to you is not understanding, right, that you have learned this technology maybe 1.5 years because of the AI impact or something, and they are expecting you to be in experience for last 2 years, how can it be possible, right? But you can always say that while doing my job, I was working on, maybe suppose you have generated this Python, right? You have said that I have written scripts for my customers, and that is going to be lie if you can't prove it. Then they may ask that what exactly the Python script you wrote. You explain, you run, everything's fine, right?
So yeah, so do more labs and stuff,
Do more
UVMG,
labs, and
labs.
in today's world, it is comparatively very easy if you go back in time, maybe 8 or 9 months, 8 or 9 years back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Perfect. Uh, Anybody else? I
Thank
think I have answered the question of almost everyone. Aniket ji, let me accept. Aniket, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Mr. Aniket, I don't see Aniket here. Anybody? Okay, Sachin, please go ahead now, Mr. Sachin. Interestingly, I'm not able to hear Mr. Sachin. That is okay. Okay, whoever is on the stage now, they can unmute themselves and ask the question. Anybody?
Vishnu, I'm Shubhadeep. I'm having actually one small question whether, like, in case if I'm not able to attend the live session, is the recording option will be available?
Yeah,
One thing,
means
and
basically every class recording will be available on the maybe the next day in on the website itself. So don't worry about it.
okay. And second thing, like, whatever the course fees are there, is it only for first course or it is combined with the three
This
courses?
is
What
only
you?
for the first course, means the
Okay.
3,000 rupees you are going to pay is only for the first course. We will devote maybe 10 to 12 classes in it, and we will try to be centaur or maybe number 5 category people.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else? I think we are good. So thank you so much, everybody, and thank you so much for all of your lovely questions. See, means we have 44 more minutes. Means the session, the webinar was of only 1 hour, and I think I have finished in 57 minutes. But the last 55 minutes or the 50 minutes we have spent on question. Thank you so much for your lovely questions. I can see Mr. Shiva Virla is there for another question. Ravi is for another question. If you guys can unmute yourself, unmute and ask question. I will be here until unless I answer all of your question. Mr. Ravi, unmute yourself if you want.
Vishnu sir, the question from Aniket, I'm asking that.
Yeah, please
He's
go ahead.
not able to unmute actually.
Mhm,
So he's asking, so if he's in networking field,
mhm.
will he have in the course related to AI, will there be examples of network related stuff or it will be pure AI?
See, I am also a network engineer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I have a tendency to bring sometimes the networking example, but as I mentioned, that number 5 people, the category of number 5, see, weaving is gone for them. He was not a weaver. It might be the case network engineering will be completely gone for us, right? We should be ready for other skills, other options also, which are going to be totally different, right? I'm not saying this is going to happen because nobody knows. But what is there in preparing ourselves for all the situation, all the difficult situation, right? To answer your question, yes, I am a network engineer from heart. I will introduce some of the examples from network engineering for sure. For example, I just given the example means my job is almost 90% automated. I need to do something different so that I can prove myself to my company that yeah, it's still I'm relevant for you guys, right? Anybody else? Any other question? I think we are good. Mrs. Ravi or Mrs. Eva, you just came on the stage. If you want to unmute yourself and ask question, please go ahead.
How it would be useful for a networking software developer, because I'm working as a networking switch developer, actually working on some enhancements and fixing bugs and the maintenance. So
Can you please repeat your question, Eva, once again?
how it would be useful for a networking software developer? I have nearly some 9 years of experience
Mhm,
working on switching, actually,
mhm.
working on fixing bugs and some enhancements related to switch. Uh, so how
Uh,
this would
right
be
now, the
helpful for
course,
me?
I understood now. Right now, the course number 1 is not for any specific guy. Means, for example, you are developing or you are fixing bug, or I am developing the network engineer, somebody is project manager. If you have heard my starting 50 minutes of conversation, believe me, it is not about how you are going to do or excel in your current work, right? It is about that mindset which you can create uh, for the tough situations. So in the first course, as I mentioned, right, we will be talking about how to be this in this category of number 5, or maybe how to be the centaur, right? I would say if you have missed that, please have a look at this. Means I will be putting this entire conversation on YouTube, or maybe I will be giving it to, I will be sending an email with this link for all of you so that you can have. The whole sole point is doesn't matter who you are right now, if you are in IT or maybe in other field, right? Different time is coming. I'm not saying that everybody is going to lose the job, but the time is different and it is coming. This course is just making you prepare for that. The second thing is for a specific person, right? Just like you are saying that you are fixing the bug for a switch on a switch. How that basically course number 2nd and 3rd is going to be useful for you, because maybe you can build your own clone, your own agent, which can work whatever you are doing right now, maybe 50 to 60% time, and that 50 to 60% time which you save by building your clone, right? You can use it in some other different things, or maybe you can improve in your efficiency. Okay.